The following presentation may contain language unsuitable for elderly grandparents, household pets, and nuns. Unnamed Drag Productions accepts no responsibility for any resulting homosexuality, teenage pregnancy, or chemical dependency that may transpire as a result of listening to this garbage fountain. You have been warned. Enjoy!
Unnamed Drag Podcast. This is a video that I never thought I was going to have to make. A person that I kind of like and trust, associate with, and I've worked with for so many years, would let me down in this way and blindside me by going on holiday to Portugal. She's gone to look for Marilyn McCann. No, oh my God, okay. Okay, that got real dark real quick. Hi, I'm Nana Arthole. As you might notice, my gorgeous cohort, my sister wife from another life, is not here right now because she is on Hollybobs. If you follow her on Instagram, you've probably seen. If you don't follow her on Instagram, then please do, at Marilyn Sane, so that you can see all of her shameless hole pics and thirst traps. No, not really. It's mostly just dragging that. But yeah, she's in Portugal. And just to be real with you, we completely forgot to schedule in any kind of filming day to do a podcast. So I'm just going to go at it alone, give you some updates. I hope that I can engage you, Sun's co-host. I certainly have some things to say sometimes and would love to have you all to myself. So yeah. Before we get started, Marilyn, with full apologies for the fact that she cannot be here, has sent me some lovely messages, which I'm going to play to you in no particular order. So here's the first one.
Just giving you another update on my lovely, lovely holiday while you're not on a lovely, lovely holiday. Today we went into the town centre, which is nice. I don't know if you've been to Portugal, but... It's lovely. It's great. They do a lot of cork here, and I don't know if you've ever seen how much can be made out of cork, but it turns out a fair bit of things can be made out of cork, which is interesting. I've never done anything other than open a bottle and discard the cork, but here, all manner of things, all manner of lovely, lovely things. I watched a baby fall over. That was hilarious. Yeah, so just another general day in paradise. Give my love to the four walls you're in. Bye.
What a piece of shit. Isn't it so lovely to know that she's thinking about me even while she's away on a holiday? For real though, what the fuck am I doing? I feel like an orphan at the moment. Like, Nick's away seeing his parents, Marilyn's in Portugal, my own parents have gone to Canada to see my relatives. Like, the fuck? And it suddenly dawns on you that maybe it might be time for you to possibly also have a bit of a break. So that's kind of what I have been doing recently. And it's been kind of nice. I've had a relatively decent change of pace. So speaking to my friend Krabs about this, the love Mr. Scrooge. I should probably, I've just doxed her. Oh my God, I'll have to bleep that out. I was speaking to my friend Krabs, the lovely Mr. Scraves, and yeah, we were just kind of saying, just feel sometimes like if you're not working, all you're doing is worrying about the fact that you're not working. And as a self-employed person, you can very quickly drive yourself sort of a little bit bananas. And I have to keep on taking these steps back to reevaluate and be like, it's cool, it's chill, everything's fine. I'm meant to be writing the Mistress show at the moment, but I'm not, but more about that later. Like full disclosure, because it means so much to me. I think I've got a little bit in my head, and as a result of that, I really seem to be struggling to commit to the words that I want to say, because it's about sex work and it's about drag. It's about things which are like very important, and they're kind of being scrutinized and under these horrendous spotlights all the time at the moment. And so, yeah, I just want to get it right and do it the justice that I intended and set out to do in the first place. So it's kind of given me the fear. However, on the flip side of that, I've been doing some writing about some other stuff recently, and that's going really lovely. So I know that I can do it. I know that I'll get into the flow. I sort of just need to get out of my own fucking noggin. Other things that I've been doing is building a desk and a new storage unit, because drag has literally fucking taken over my entire existence in the house again. So I built a gorgeous long desk which I can sew at, which I can sit at and write, and also if I wanted to I could sit and do my makeup there, but I still prefer to do it in the bathroom because that's where the best light is. Funny story, not relevant, but sidebar, during that heat wave, did we all enjoy that horrendous heat wave? Yeah, I fucking didn't. I had to go and do my makeup in the dining room, and it was the most horrible like, I unnecessarily got in a freak out about it because I was so not used to doing it in that room that I just kept on losing things when I was putting them down. I couldn't find the right lighting. The chair was uncomfortable. I genuinely was just queening out. I'd never felt such a stupid diva moment. I've literally done my makeup in the toilets of pubs, in the storage room at Rough Trade, in the games room of the Swan in the Rushes, on using the pool table to set up, you know, the glamorous, aching behind the scenes beauty. Yeah, I've done my makeup in some far less boozy situations, but I was fully losing my shit because it was the only room in the house that wasn't making me sweat faster than I could get my makeup to set. So yeah, that was super fun. But yeah, sorting out storage, sorting out the studio, getting everything just like lovely Gale so that I can genuinely just think, okay, I can sit down now, I'm not in chaos, and I can get to work. Also, work Diva Hunty, yes, tongue pop. I've been doing some costuming recently, which I never really treat myself to doing, unless there's like a big occasion or I've got an idea that like takes over my brain. I don't really let myself just go, today I'm just going to do some costuming. And when I was doing like a clear out, I just found like all of these incredible textures and bits of like old fabric and just went, oh my God, I can make the most gorgeous patchwork monstrosity. I was inspired by their stuff. Isn't a monstrosity, it's gorgeous. Foundling Studio, I think they're based in Sheffield. They do like incredible costumes and lovely like upcycled pieces. Yeah, and I saw that they'd made this shirt out of lots of like found objects, and they do lots of Western shirts which have got like bandanas and stuff, as well as like fringe, and we love a bit of fringe. We love a fringe moment. I personally don't love a fringe moment right now. I need to cut my hair because I'm trying to grow this mullet out, but I have just dyed it yellow. Hi. Okay, God, stick to the point, Nana. So yeah, Foundling Studio inspired me. I was like, oh my God, I've got all of these really incredible fabrics like leopard print, PVC, some old shirts that Nick with, like one of them's, they call it plaid tartan. I get check. It's like big checks, but kind of more plaid-y. One that's kind of got a more sort of, I don't know, Aztec Moroccan vibe. I don't know how to describe it. And then, yeah, the like leopard print is sequins as well. And then there was like a kind of tiger stripe fabric. And I've sewed it all together into, yeah, like a crazy patchwork, and I'm turning it into something, and it is going to have fringe, and it's going to be lined as well so that you can't see the bloodbath inside, because like my sewing, I don't know if you've ever tried to sew like PVC to cotton, which also has the lace overlay over the top. I'm really selling this look to you, aren't I, right now? Trust me, it's gorgeous. I'm so happy. It looks like the blanket that Vivienne Westwood would begrudgingly be buried in. Like, there is texture, there is no safe place to rest your eyes, and it's very Nana. I'm very, very pleased with the way that it's turned out. But yeah, trying to sew all of those different textures to each other, oh my God, like the thread would break, and like the tension wasn't right. Tension. But don't you just love Kylie Minogue? So I fucking hammered these the fabric out to make the end garment out of, and it has gone really well. And I've also like cleared up so much storage space, and it's just, oh my God, it's like Marilyn says all the time, when you get into that like sewing where you're just not doing anything else, you're just purely concentrating on sewing, it is chef's kiss. Like, genuinely, I just didn't think about anything else for 2 days. And I also watched all of the Doghouse Australia because I saw that they were about to take it off all 4. And the universe is telling me at the moment that I really need to get a dog, but I can't get a dog because I've got 2 elderly cats, and that would be really unkind because they're living out their golden years. Selfish. So yeah, that's a little bit about like what I've been getting up to at the moment, but it's really exciting. It's nice to have a change of pace where, yeah, if I'm not working, I'm worrying about working, and I'm like, oh my god, like I need to get some more bookings in, and I need to like sell some more shit, and da 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 da. When you actually get out of your own way, and I think the expression is like remove yourself from the process, all of a sudden you can just start to have a nice creative time again, where it's not all just about, you know, money and gigs and bookings and whatever. Another thing that Crab said to me was, take a step back and be like, when am I ever going to get this breathing space, this peace ever again, where I've got the wonderful funding to write the Mistress Show, which I am going to write. I've kind of decided that when I get back from my proper holiday, when I go away for a week and just like turn my brain off and do a lot of reading books and all of this incredible stuff, I will write it after then. I know that I'm really behind, and I did want to have more to share at this point, but I'm also not scared because I know that, again, when it starts to spurt out of me, it will be unstoppable and it will be incredible, and I will be so pleased with it, and I'm so excited for it to debut. It's booked in for March of next year. Yeah, and like I'm very excited. I can't wait to do it. It's going to be incredible. I'm just a little bit in my own noggin about it at the moment, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be chill. It's going to be lovely. Going to be a lovely girl. Anyway, speaking of getting into the flow of things, where's another message from Marilyn?
Give my love to the 4 walls you're in. Bye.
Oh no, wait, not that one. We've had that one. Sorry. It's another one.
Hello, darling. Me again, just giving you another update on my holiday. Today we walked down to the beach. There's a charming set of wooden stairs that you have to walk down. Only about 400 to 300 stairs. It's not that much. And you do have to go down them and just trust that they'll stay intact. I did get a splinter, which is a shame because now that staircase has a lot of venereal diseases. But other than that, it was a really lovely view. We did see some crabs, but then I pulled my pants up. And yeah, the girls were having a lovely time. And yeah, just letting the sun and the sea air bathe my gorgeous face. So yeah, I've now been drunk for about 8 days. How's you? How are things?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense that she's been drunk for about 8 days. She left me another message, which is like way too long and rambly, because it was about her getting to her holiday destination from the airport. And I think because she'd been awake for many, 3, do you know what I mean? Because you know, it's like when you go on holiday, obviously you set your alarm and you try and have an early night, but then you've got to get up at like 2 a.m. to get to the airport or whatever. I mean, and I don't drink anymore. I know I only talk about it all the fucking time, sorry. But Marilyn will just actively start drinking because, quote unquote, it is the law that you need to have a Sauvignon Blanc at the airport. In fact, I think she probably said she drank the place dry. Yeah, she said that the flight out there was fine, but someone kept on trying to get into her personal space, so she had no choice but to just sit there and do lots of Sauvignon Blanc farts to try and get the person to move away, which is essentially chemical warfare. I don't know if you remember the episode of the podcast where Marilyn farted so violently that the little silky negligee she borrowed off me fucking billowed. like a curtain. Like a curtain on a summery day. I just saw it gust. Oh, disgusting, but also hilarious. Just like sex. So yeah, she got all the way there on like not much sleep and a lot of wine. And then, yeah, was just like sending me this message that's saying that like everything is really lovely, but I'm starting to see the shadow people now. So yeah, we sent her love and light and hope that she's having a wonderful time. More from her later. What's some other stuff that I've been doing? Oh my God, I went to see this incredible show because again, I want to write my show. So I posted about it online. You might have seen it was called trash salad. And oh my God, it was just kind of like on a whim that I popped down to see it. That whole thing of maybe this will kind of get me out of my funk and inspire me to see what like someone else is doing. Not to say that I was going to like copy them or steal their ideas, but just to, go down for a jolly, take myself out on a little date whilst everyone's abandoned me. And it was honestly some of the most unhinged, exquisite, perfectly timed, original, like well constructed, conceptualized theatre that I've seen in a long time. So Trash Salad is this sort of gender bending queer like trashy drag queen clown, and the clue is in the name. The Trash and the Salad, they came out on stage and started to do this very not sexy, burlesque-esque drag queen striptease number where they had like leaves of cabbage in their bra, and they had carrots sellotaped to their arms, which they like would suck off and then bite. And they literally pulled a cherry out of their pussy and then they ate it, which I was just like... I just 3 minutes in, I'm already like, I'm sold, I'm here, I'm screaming, I'm cheering, I'm having a good time, we're just telling some jokes. But yeah, if you ever get the opportunity to see it, I think that particular show is ending really soon. But it's just so good. This weird, deranged, queer love story, very like commedia dell'arte, very like slapstick, but in all the right places. Lots of sort of making the audience feel uncomfortable, but really quickly getting them on side. And also, what I thought was incredible is that the script is not that complicated. There's actually a lot of breathing space within it, but the timing is so impeccable that like an hour of this just pissed by. So yeah, Trash, I think it was trash_salad_. And she said, everyone follow her on Instagram. It's like a little cult. Everyone has a really good time. They do really fun things like getting shadow banned, her words. But yeah, that was a real treat. What the fuck else have I been up to? Oh my God. Okay, so I've been through it recently. Okay, I'm going to be vulnerable with you now because I don't know how I've possibly managed to forget this because I can literally feel it right now. I, dear sweet listener, humble viewer, have had a fucking root canal done. And I cannot explain to you, oh my God, just how horrendous this whole process has been from start to finish. So, like, a few weeks ago, I want to say, okay, let's take it back. About 2 years ago, this is when your sympathy will waver because you'll be like, you stupid dumb bitch, you should have sorted this out way sooner than you did. And that's fair. I understand it. I'll take the criticism. I deserve it. I hear you. Yeah, I think about 2 years ago, at some point during the panny, I started to get what I can only describe as like a pulse in my tooth. If you remember from a previous story, these 3 front teeth are fake. They are a denture. When I was, I think, 17 years old, I went to a party. I got very intoxicated and I fainted, and the pavement or the paving of my friend's garden took, my teeth took the full force on the paving of my friend's back garden. Just really a really glamorous, sensible, wonderful situation in my life. It totally fucked this middle tooth, right front tooth, so it had to be completely extracted, and then I had to be fitted with a denture. For a while, I wore a partial, or whatever it's called, which is just like one tiny tooth on like a retainer, like a plate sort of thing. And because I was, still an absolute human shit show mess boy, I was still going out and getting hammered, and sometimes I remember once I was stood outside a club and I laughed so hard that it fell out. So that was fun. Other things that I used to do as well was I would wait until someone wasn't looking, and then I would balance the plate on the end of my tongue so there was just like a little tooth, and I would wiggle it so my tooth was waving. Oh my God. Anyway, so eventually I got fitted with this denture, with this fucking barnacle in my mouth. It's fully made out of metal. But yeah, about 2 years ago, I got a pulse in the tooth, which the left front tooth, which the denture is still attached to. And it was just this little like, but it was like my tooth had a heartbeat. So that wasn't fun. And then that turned into like a full blown tooth infection. And I went and got x-rays done at the dentist, and they were like, oh, babes, you've got an abscess. You need to get a root canal done. However, the dentist at the time said, if we start to do the root canal, it might go horribly wrong. The bridge could crumble because it's 20 years old and it might just fall out. And I was like, girl, like, brr, I can't cope with that unless I just walked around wearing a flipper. Take it easy, you know. But they were like, yeah, that shit could crumble. And then you would have to look at getting a new bridge fitted. And they were, so basically a root canal, they're like talking hundreds. And then when you start to get into like cosmetic dentistry, like bridges and implants and stuff like that, it very quickly becomes 4 figures. So I took my little course of antibiotics and then it got better. So I forgot about it. I was like, oh, it's fine now. I'm healed. Like, Girlina is healed, no problem. Thank you to the antibiotics. Wonderful. We love Penny. We love penicillin. Cut to 2 years later. One day I randomly just got that little like ba-boom, ba-boom in my tooth again. And I was like, oh shit. I remember this. I remember this happening. So yeah, I went to go and get another course of antibiotics because they were like, yeah, indeed, it is doing the same thing. The infection was like so bad that I just couldn't think about anything else. I was just a shadow of a woman for several days. The first course of antibiotics didn't work, so I had to go and get more antibiotics. I was on antibiotics for 10 days in total. Thank God I don't drink anymore. Did I mention I'm sober now? So gross. So yeah, I'm on like 10 days of antibiotics in like constant pain, barely getting any sleep, barely able to kind of like focus or whatever. And do you know what? Dear sweet listener, dear sweet watcher, the universe certainly does have a way of bitch slapping you. Sorry to be a white girl with a nose ring, but that is what I am at the end of the day. I kept on saying like, oh, I need some downtime. I need a break. I need some downtime. I need a break. Yeah, I got it in the form of a fucking tooth infection is essentially what it was. I got an infection I felt like a piece of coral was trying to grow out of my face. Horrendous. So I take the antibiotics and I'm just like, this time I'm not going to trick myself. I am going to book in to see a root canal specialist, which I did. And he was like, I think it's going to be fine. I don't know why the previous dentist told you that. It looks to me like it'll be okay. It's probably just going to take a while to drill through the bridge because it's made out of metal, which is fun. I didn't know that. I mean, I sort of feel like I should have done. Like, what else would it be? Plastic, tin foil, silly putty. But yeah, he seemed fairly confident that we could do it. So I just thought, yeah, let's start here then and take the risk because I don't want to go through a tooth infection ever again. Lol, spoiler alert, it took so long to drill through the bridge. I know, trigger warning, gross dentistry. I will put it in the description, trigger warning, dentistry. It took so long to get through the bridge that the appointment ran out of time. So he essentially, I think he's put like a bit of fucking like, I think there's just like some cotton and a bit of like silica gel, silicon, like, you know, this stuff you line your bathroom with or some shit. It's just like, you know, he plugged it up, Carrie, and I went on my way. And then I got this thing that's called a Phoenix abscess, which is a great drag name. Phoenix abscess from the House of ICU. And yeah, it got infected again like that. I mean, because for 2 days, I just thought, oh, well, it feels like I've been punched in the face because obviously you feel like you've been punched in the face. It's a fucking tooth abscess. Like, it's not going to be good. But yeah, I was like, no, it's getting worse. When I tell you that it was worse than I've ever experienced at any before, because he's like got all up in there and like annoyed her. So she's come back with she's literally Phoenix rising from she is the fucking, queen bitch of all evil villains at this point, Phoenix. Yeah, it was so bad. I was like overdosing on over-the-counter painkillers just to get 2 hours sleep in order to then wake up with it hurting and have to go through the whole process again of overdose. My liver at this point is probably scarred and wrecked, but I honestly didn't know what the other option was. Maybe insanity, because you literally feel like you are about to go fucking crazy because, oh my God, it hurts so much and it's just in my face. I can't do or think about anything else because my tooth has literally got it's just this throbbing, like the bad kind of throbbing. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm going to get it done. I'm going to go and get the rest of it done tomorrow. I'm just going to immediately say, can I have some antibiotics? Because I'm not going to go through this again. But also, funny story, had to go to the doctors as well for some prescription strength anti-inflammatories because my back is also playing up. I'm falling apart. Like, bitch, I'm 37 next month and I feel like I'm 1,000 years old at this point. And I know I'm not the greatest person, but I'm also not the worst. I don't really understand why I ended up, just being treated this way. Anyway, let's have another message from Marilyn, shall we? Which one haven't we had yet?
Hello, darling. Just another update. I'm sat around the pool, just casting my eyes on the local talent. By that, I of course mean the German fathers who have come to enjoy a lovely private holiday. Delicious. I'm not gonna lie, craving some schnitzel, craving some wiener. How are you?
She's such a piece of shit. I mean, it's nice to hear from her because, to be honest, I'm always surprised when she goes on holiday that I probably am muted. I'm probably being muted and then unmuted quite frequently. But yeah, she has been sending me these lovely little updates. It's been incredibly darling. I did send her a picture of the thing that I'd been making, and she did just say, what was it? Oh yeah, that's when she said that she was going to mute me, because I was like, I'm making a nightmare, and I sent her a picture, and she said mute, and I said blocked. But then, yeah, the other thing that she said, which I felt really, really sad about, was that apparently, Grindr's dry in Portugal on a resort. And I would have thought that there would be loads of, download daddies or something like that, or, confused wine waiters, any of that sort of stuff. I did tell her, don't lose hope. You never know what chunks will rise to the top of the stew over the weekend. Because that's the other thing. You go on holiday during the middle of the week, and a lot of people go on the Saturday or the Sunday. The poors like me that have to, because they can't, don't have enough holiday or whatever. As a self-employed person, I really need to learn how to manage my time better, don't I? The problem is me. So yeah, I hope that she's having a wonderful time. I hope that you've had a wonderful time just sort of listening to me rambling on endlessly. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience. Maybe someone will hear this and be like, hey, that bitch can have her own show. I mean, she's basically Sarah Silverman at this point, who can just sit and talk for an hour just about nothing and everything. Actually, no, she has actual genuine political opinions and is trying to do right by the world. I am just a faggot with a furry microphone sat in their little home studio wondering if it's time to take another painkiller. So yeah, anything else that I had to say on the matter? We talked about costuming. We talked about my writing progress. We talked about Marilyn. I think that's kind of it. Oh, if you haven't already, as per usual, as we like to say here on the pod, please do come along to Drag Bingo at Rough Trade. The next one is on Thursday, September the 28th. It is a 90s music special. And then the next Drag Bingo after that is a legitimate fucking on Halloween, the 31st, fully Halloweeny, the most Halloweeny of Halloween specials, because yeah, it's on like a Tuesday, and we can just actually dress up as fully grown adults. Also, oh god, what's the date of it? The 28th of October. It's the Gods and Monsters special at Gladrags. Please do come along to that. Get your ticket if you haven't done already, because it's Halloween, so it always does sell out. Not being cunty, just being, you know, what's the word? God, what? Cordial, informative, congenital. Congealed. So yeah, get your ticket for that. It's Gods and Monsters. Me and Marilyn, our outfits are going to be absolutely incredible. I'm not going to tell you what they're going to be though, because that would absolutely spoil the surprise. So I'm going to play you out with the final message that I've had from Marilyn while she's been away. I do believe that this one is my absolute favorite. Bear with. Okay, what? Yeah, this one.
So as part of the all-inclusive package we ordered, you get an a la carte and a barbecue thing, like, but you have to book them. So you get one, like, sit-down meal in the restaurant-y bit, and one, like, yeah.
Bear with, she gets lost in the details a bit.
So we're booking it at reception. After a day of lounging by the pool, drinking sangria, living my best life, this woman behind reception, we're booking these with her, and we've got like a Tuesday booking and a weekend booking. Lovely times. I was like, let's book them both at 7:30, that way I'm not going to forget. And she just looks at me, looks me up and down, and went, ADHD? And I didn't expect to be scalped so severely on my holidays. I've come away. And then she was like, went on to be like, yeah, so ADHD, dyslexia, and just literally read me to filth.
She's now been self-diagnosed through TikTok, but also by a, very caring and concerned professional who is involved in the psychiatric field, and, will know people better than anyone else. Someone who works in a hotel front desk, because they see it all. They interact with it constantly. They can see the signs. They know that the call is coming from inside the reception desk. So, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm going to go. It's been really nice just being able to sit here and talk incessantly about my favorite person, which of course is me. No, I'm kidding. This is gross. Love you lots. Hope that you're all doing well. Kiss, kiss, love, heart, kiss. Nana. Bye.
Unnamed Drag Podcast.